Alright guys, welcome back to HK's Homestead, and we're back on the Homestead Challenge. Now, I went ahead and took the liberty in between the first episode and the second episode to go ahead and mow everything. So I went ahead and did that offline. So everything is mowed. Now we just got to figure out how to get it up off the ground. So, I guess we're going to go up to the John Deere dealership and see what they have and see what we can get to pick this up. I'm thinking some type of forage harvester will be the route to go. I was thinking about a beller, but ultimately I don't know if I want to go with the beller just yet. I want to see how much grass we actually get up off the field from there, because that will also determine if I'm going to plant a grass field or not. If I can get enough food or enough grass off that area to where I can turn that into feed for animals, and I got enough of it to last me year one, I may put in a field to be able to get food for year 2 and year 3. But if I can get enough for more than a year, then I don't really need to necessarily put in a grass field. It all depends on how much we get. With us doing cow, beef, cattle, and dairy, I do think I'm going to try and do TMR versus just hay. So I need to get a forage wagon at some point and or a forage mixer, a feed mixer at some point to be able to do that. Now, on the plus side to getting a feed mixer, you can actually use that to break up your straw bales as well, to put in straw to the cows or even the pigs if we want for manure. So, kind of kills two birds with one stone. You get the forage mixer for the food, but you also get the ability to break up your bales as well. So that's a plus on that. So we'll just get up here to the dealership and see what we can get. The feed mix won't pick up the grass from the ground, but a forage wagon will. So let's see what type of forage wagons we can get and what we can afford, because in this episode the goal is to get a chicken pen down. We have to get chicken food as well as get our cow barn down as well. So let's go ahead and run in here real quick and see what they have. Alright, so I'm looking at their catalog for forage wagons for what they have, and the best one that we can get, it holds 16.1 thousand liters of grass, is 30,500. That's for 16. So next one up is for 26, and it's another 40,000 on top of that. So if I was to do that, I would probably go with this one down here that's for 50,000, and then just do the 26,000 liters on it. But I think I'm going to go with this one. So let's go ahead and customize it. Silage additives, that's an extra 2,000. Wide time, that costs money too. So we're just going to get it the way it is, standard, and we're going to go ahead and buy that. Now, on the plus side, I could get the windrow and windrow it, but I don't really need to do that with this either, because it's got a big pickup in the front that I can just drive over it. So that's going to save me a little bit of money there as well. So let's get hooked up to it and get back to the farm and get that grass picked up. So I will see you guys back at the farm. Alright guys, so we made it back to the farm, and I wanted to see how this works. I've never used a forage wagon before, and it works a lot like the beller, except for you don't necessarily need to have a windrow. You hit to drop the pickup, and you turn it on, and it picks it up. So now we just got to pick up all of this grass, and I was thinking about it. Since I'm not doing it in bale form, I can't put it in the storage, but we can't put it in the silo either, because this silo only holds 24,000 liters, and all of this grass is going to be much larger than that loose. Because think about it, a bale is about 5,000 liters on the smaller scale of that, and we're going to get more than what, 6 bales or 5 bales would be more than what that can hold. So I needed to put in something else, so let's go and run over here. Actually, let me pull up the construction. I'm going to show you what I put in. I also put in this fermenter and dryer haystack mod over here, and this is where we're going to be putting the grass, and that's also going to allow us to turn it into silage, as well as turn it into hay without having to necessarily worry about tedding it. So that's a plus on that. So we're going to continue on the field and getting this here, and this will tell us right here if we cut too close to, yeah, see, I cut a little bit of the neighbor's area here, because it won't let me pick it up. So let me see if I can move over a little bit and see if I still can get it. But that's where our boundary is, so we know that, and I just overshot it a little bit on that point, which honestly, if that's the only spot that I did it at, I think that's a pretty good job, considering I don't have anything marking where our property starts and ends at this time. So, oh, we did it a little bit there too. Alright, well, I'm going to continue doing this. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the radio and throw the drone up and let you guys enjoy a little bit of the pickup, and then I'll meet you back once it's completed.
Frost on the hood, breath hanging white. January morning, first your light. Tractor coughs once, then settles to a growl. Steam off the stack, feet in the cow yard now. Grass from the bunker, frozen and clean. Rolling that wagon down the icy green. Picking up the grass on this cold old ground. Diesel hums the only sound. Ohio wind cuts, but I don't mind. This homestead life suits me fine. The day might be short, but the work runs long. Just me, my rig, and a winter song. glows through the frosted pane. Coffee on the stove and the ache remains. But the fields out there, they're mine to keep. And the sound of that wagon rocks me to sleep. Picking up the grass on this cold old ground. Diesel hums the sweetest sound. Ohio wind cuts, but I don't mind. This homestead life, it's all by design. The nights get long, but the fire burns strong. For a man is land and a winter song. It's just me and the wagon, picking up the grass.
Alright, and we're back. Alright, we finished getting all of the grass up off the field. So we're just going to put it in here. So we'll unload that and see how much we got total off the field. So let's park this right back here. And let's take a look. So we got 214,070 liters. So that's about 41, maybe 42 bells, if the bells are 5,000 liters. So that is awesome. Now let's look at this production. So it's storing grass. We can turn the grass into hay. And we also can turn it into silage. So I do want to do TMR for the cows. So let's go ahead and activate that into silage. And activate this one into hay. Get that to start converting that. And I guess next would be get the cow barn in and the chicken coop. So let's see, we've got 137,000. Let's go ahead and go into construction. Let's go down to animals, and I think we're gonna do this one. And I want the fence back here like that. Let's see. That's 90. That's going down. Land not owned by you. That's 91. Alright, so that's 90,569. No, I don't want to customize the fence, and yes, we wanted to plant a meadow, and that did some ground deformation there. So let's go ahead and try and get that leveled out a little bit. See if we can't get that a little bit easier to get in and out. Alright, so we can now get in and out of there fairly easy. Okay. There's this weird little drop right here, but that's okay. Then we want to get the chicken pen in. And the chicken pen that I'm going to use is this one here. And I don't think I want the chickens over here by the cows. I think I'm going to put them up here. Toggle snapping on overlaps with another object. Well, let's go ahead and enter free mode. Like to have the egg pallets spawn next to the honey pallets. Let's go ahead and throw that in right there. Now we're down to 40,000. We do need to get cows, so let's go ahead and go over there real quick and get the cows. Oh, turn that off. So looking at the cows, I want to get milkers right away. So this pen does hold up to 28. But I don't want that. I can't afford that because then we won't have any money. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to go for, what's 15? 15 is 20,000. It's half of our money. Let's go 10 to begin with. That's 12,000. And then we need 2 baby cows, because at the end of the challenge for this first year, we've got to have 2 beef cattle that are at least 8 months old. So if we get them now, they'll definitely be over that 8-month-old period. So that'll be one thing that we can get checked off the list fairly quickly. So let's go ahead and get 2 of those at 700. So that is our cows. Cool. So now we're down to 29,000. Let's go get some chickens. And our chicken pen. Now, I do want to check on this since I had to place it in free mode if it's up or whatnot. No, it looks like everything's good on it. It's right next to our honey pallet just like we wanted it, so that's cool. Alright, so chickens. We want them to start laying eggs right away. This pen will hold 100, but I'm not looking to get 100. Let's see. 50 is $2,750. So I think what we'll do is we'll get 50 to begin with for the chickens. And now our biggest thing that we need to figure out is the food process. So let's head up to the store and see about getting some food. For the cows, we have the grass that's being turned into hay right now and silage. We'll need to get straw for the bedding for them. And if we can potentially get a mixer wagon, we might be able to make some TMR right off the bat. If not, that may come at a later point, because right now at 27,000, I don't think that's enough to get a mixer wagon and the food that we're gonna need. So I don't know, we'll see when we get up there. I'll catch you guys up at the store. Alright, we made it back up to the store. Now, let's see. Oh, I still got my truck up here. So, let's get this parked in right here. And let's run in and talk to the person about getting some feed. Alright, looking at the food, we can get 1,000 liters of wheat for 1,500. So we're going to go ahead and get 4 of those. That's 6,000. And then for bells, we need 2 bells. So we can get them for 1,250, 1,500, or 1,750. I think we'll just go with this small one here, and we'll get 2 of those, so it'll be 14,000 liters of straw. So let's go ahead and grab 2 of those. And since I do have my truck here, we potentially, let's see. No, I don't think all of that would fit in the bed of the truck. So we're at 17,000, and we need to get a trailer as well while we're here. So let's go ahead and see about getting a trailer. See what trailers they have. Alright, so looking at the trailers here, there's this one here that we could get for 1,000, and it does a bell trailer and has a capacity of 4,000. There's also that's the same trailer. Where did I see it at? Was it under miscellaneous? Yeah, we have this one here. It's got less capacity. We can put extensions on it and a cover, but we can't do it as a bell trailer, and it's 9,500. So I think we're going to go with this first one up here that we're looking at. This one here. Doesn't cost anything to change it to a bell trailer back and forth, so that's a plus. Let's go ahead and get this changed to John Deere yellow main color. We'll get that changed to John Deere green. And then the chassis color, we'll go ahead and change that to John Deere yellow. No, that's too much yellow. Yeah, that's fine. It'll work. That's what I want. So it's 2,800. So let's go ahead and buy that. Now we're down to 14,640. So I guess what we do first is the store has nicely provided a way of moving bells and pallets. So let's go ahead and get this hooked up, and let's go ahead and load that trailer up with those bells and the chicken feed. So that's a problem. That's just going right through it. I don't know why it's going right through it. Okay. Let's try it with the pallet forks. Those are base game pallet forks and bell forks, so I don't know if the last update caused this issue. I don't think I've experienced it before, so let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Try again. That's a little bit better. Yeah, no, it's not picking them up. Awesome. Okay. So, I guess, good thing I had the liftable mods pack on here just as a backup. I normally use, I'll be honest, I normally use the liftable bells pallet to where I can lift them. But I was really going to try to use bell forks and move them realistically on the series. But until it gets fixed, I don't really see that I'm able to do that. So, we'll get them up here and get them loaded. Up here onto the trailer anyways. So, get that all the way up against that. And then we'll get this. I guess we could put that on top. So get those strapped down. Shall we see if it's gonna go through those as well? Yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the pallet one again. Lifts those up, no problem. So let's get that. Oh. What is going on here? There we go. That took way longer than what it needed to. But that's only because I'm not that good at doing front loader or skid steer loading. But the only way you get better is by doing it, right? So let's go ahead and get the next one. Can't turn too quickly with these. finding that out. Alright, that's enough now. Let's do this by hand. Alright, so we got those loaded on, and there was one more thing that I wanted to get as well while we're here, which was a shovel. I want to see if we can't get that grass that we cut too closely to our neighbor's yard. So we've got this shovel here that's $26, and it's only got a capacity of 200 liters. So I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and change this to that. Change this to that. And we'll change the handle to that. $26. And let's go ahead and buy that. That should be right over here as well. We'll throw that on the back of the trailer. As well. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Let's go ahead and get back to the farm and get this feed in. So I'll catch back up to you guys at the farm. Alright, we're getting back to the farm now. First we'll feed the chickens since they're right here. Oh, let's turn that off. Let's undo that one, and that one. Let's pull this off and get some feed in. So there's one. See, there's two. Let's see if we can get a third one in there. Three, okay, can we get the fourth one in there? Oh, not quite all of it, but we'll just set that there. Let's go ahead and look at... Oh, wrong one. Alright, so 3,000 liters is what it'll take. So, food's in for that one. Let's go ahead and get this over there. To cow barn, and let's get some bedding in for them. Let's see, bedding. Probably going to be on the inside. So let's go ahead and unhook those. Let's go ahead and grab that bell. Let's take that into them for bedding. So that one is in. Let's see if we can get the second one in there as well. So it took that. So if we look at the cow barn, it still has room for more straw, but alright, so there's no manure heap nearby, and there's no slurry tank nearby, which is fine. I don't necessarily need slurry, but I do want manure. So let's see about getting a manure heap. So if we go to silos, there's a base game one, 25,000. We can't afford that, and it's really big. So I think what we'll do is we'll go with a smaller one that I found. It's $500. Let's see, we'll put it right there. And then let's go ahead and paint the inside of it so we can see. Put out a little bit as well. That way we can see if there's manure in there. So we got that. Let's make sure it connected. And the manure heap did connect. Cool. So now we just need to get them food. To get it out of that. Well, let's check and see if we can get that grass real quick from over there on the edge. So let's go up here and get that, or see if we can get that anyways. Let's it's right there on the edge. Right over here. Let's see. Go ahead and grab the shovel. Take it down. It's not gonna let me get it. Alright, well. That's a no-go. Awesome. Well, we do have over here some that I wasn't able to get with the pickup forage wagon. So, let's go ahead and grab that at least. That way it's not a complete loss on getting the shovel. I have some right here in this corner that I wasn't able to get. So... Alright, so we got that. 55 liters. Let's go ahead and get that over to the hay area and see if we've got some hay that we can give to the cows. Would like at least potentially enough for a bell. Don't know if it's gotten that far yet, but we'll take what we can. Alright, so right over here. And let's unload that into there. Let's put this right here so I can see it and not lose it in the grass. Alright, so we've got about 1,200 liters of grass. We've also got to figure out how we're going to get it out of there. I didn't think that completely through. I know we can change the bell trailer. That means I'd have to go all the way back up to the store, which I don't want to do. So, let's see if we can figure out a workshop solution here. Set that there for right now. Let's go into construction. Go to tools. Oh, that's containers, not tools. Tools. Alright, so we have this workshop trigger that we can place for $600. Just a little thing there. Let's see, where do we want that? Maybe we put that... We'll put that right over here. Alright, so snapping is on. Maybe we'll put that right over here. No, because I may potentially want to put another... Decisions. You know what? I'm going to put it right here. Let's go into toggle free mode. Put that right there. That way it's undercover for that. So let's go get in our tractor and get that trailer converted. See if we can't get some feed in, and I think that's where we will end this episode. Because at that point I've achieved my goals of what I wanted to get done in the episode anyways. So we get this up over here and get it converted back. About right there. Oh, turn that on. Okay. Let's see. Customize. Change that back to standard. Customize. $0. That's what I like to see. Doesn't cost us anything. Alright, let's see if we can get stuff out of that haystack and into the cows for feed. So if I'm not mistaken, we need to go to this one here. Alright, so there's grass, silage, hay. We're going to do hay. So there's our little 1,300 that we have. And I believe... I don't know where the tip is on this. I guess we check and see. Oh, it's on the back. Alright, well that's not much at all, is it? Alright, let's see. Food, 1,377 liters. More to that when we get it. I'm sure they're going to eat through that pretty quick. So, it is what it is at this point, right guys? So, let's get back up here. And like I said, I think that's where we'll end this episode. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the Homestead Challenge series. So far, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm running into a few snags. But all in all, can't complain too much. Oh, it's one of these trailers. I hate these trailers. Yeah, I don't like these trailers. I may be selling this trailer. I'll just put it in this way for right now. Alright, that's in, and that's going to do it for this episode. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe for more episodes just like this one. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.